Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, thanks for clicking on my video. I cannot wait to just talk to you guys. I'm not hauling nothing. I am not reviewing. I'm just talking to y'all about stuff that I love. I've not done a favorites video in a long time. Stuff that I love, and I have one thing in here that I have mixed feelings on, but we'll get to that. I haven't just talked to y'all about stuff that I love, stuff that I've been using, how I feel about it in a long time, so I felt like it was time to stop just shopping and really give you my thoughts on some of the stuff that I've bought. So I have hair products, nails, makeup. I'm just gonna pull stuff out in no particular order. Let me start with this hair product because it helped me get this hair today. So I didn't even feel like putting it back in the box. So this will be easy. Instagram got me. Instagram got me. This is the Tymo Curl Pro Automatic Curling Iron. 1-inch barrel on this. I saw somebody using it and I was like, bruh, with my shoulder issues, I'm such a meathead. I'm like, as long as I can bench, I don't care. And that's what it is. But like reaching the back of my hair, y'all, like my arms don't go back there anymore and it's hard. And styling my own hair is becoming increasingly difficult. I style my wigs on my mannequin head because I have trouble styling them on my head. But this actually made it kind of easy. And I feel like there's still a learning curve. Like this side don't hold a curl anyway. This side I like better. Doesn't that happen to y'all too? Like one side looks better than the other. But basically this, you put your hair in this little slit right here and then you push a button. Should I plug this in and show y'all? Let me do that. Okay, so this is so easy to use. So power button, hold it for a couple seconds. It turns on. It tells you that if you have damaged hair, then use the first setting for the heat. If you have fragile, not fragile, but fine to normal hair, then use the second setting for the heat, which is what I have mine set on. And then if you have coarse hair, then it says to use the highest setting for the heat. So the lowest is 320, then 365, then 410. So yeah, 365, which I've never curled my hair that low. I'm always at like 390, which goes to show I'm using too much heat. But this is supposed to be really good because it has a built-in timer, so it auto beeps in 8 seconds to let you know when it's done. And then it also has a T-Gloss ceramic coating, which it says it helps to enhance moisture and the shine, and that it also keeps the temperature even, like all these good things. I'm going to show y'all. This little button right here changes the direction that the hair curls. So if it's facing you and you want your curls away from your face, to do the left side, you have it facing the left. To do the right side, you have the button facing the right. So right now it's facing you, it's going to your left. So we're working on this side of my hair. I want it to go back. So I probably should do it on the other side. Let me do the right, because this side I feel like needs to be fixed anyway. I had a piece. Let's do this. Now in the back of my hair, it was harder to get to this, but it says you take a piece that's about 1/4 of an inch long. I feel like it's easier to hold it down here, but this other button here at the top, you hold it and it spins your hair in it and wraps it around it and then beeps after 8 seconds. When my hair was straight, I felt like I did better pressing it, letting it spin, and then pressing it again to let it spin because my hair was not cooperating. So you take it, you put your hair inside the little slot, press the button, takes your hair, wraps it around the barrel. So right now it's curling. I press the button twice. And then I'm going to pull this off before 8 seconds because my hair has been in here for a while. But look at that. And you'll hear it beep. 8 seconds. So it tells you right there that's long enough. Get your hair out of there. I'm going to turn this off because I'm not curling the rest of my hair. Hold it for 2 seconds for the power button. But y'all, so easy. And same thing, it was just hard to make sure I got it in the slit in the back, so I kind of pulled it here and then maneuvered it, but curled my whole hair with this, and I really like it. So I got mine on Amazon. I almost ordered it from the Timo site, and or however you pronounce it, Timo. But I was annoyed because they wanted to charge shipping $9, and Gabe was like, "Babe, why don't you check on Amazon and see if you can find it there?" And I was like, you're right. They had a 20% off coupon though, so Amazon had it for the same price as it was with the discount. Amazon Prime, no shipping. I pressed the button, woke up this morning, and it was at my house. Bought this last night. Super happy to have this, and I feel like it is going to make... I never do my hair like this because it's hard to curl it. I always just curl it kind of under bob style. But I like this little look, and Bae liked it too. So I'm going to start using that more often. Another product I use a lot, and I feel like this has been really helping my hair to have some texture, to hold its curls. This is the Bumble and Bumble BB Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. It says it creates instant volume and holds airy texture all day. So it says you spray this on dry hair where you want lift and airy texture. I've actually been using this before I curl my hair. I already use a heat protector in my hair, so I'm not using it for that, but I'm using it because it helps it kind of like gives it some memory to hold, if that makes sense. So I'm glad I have extras of these because this is literally the only thing that helps to save my hair in the humidity. Another hair product, this is the Coco and Eve Like a Virgin Miracle Hair Elixir. This is kind of like a gloss. I love how it smells. It is very light. It doesn't weigh my hair down. It makes it shiny. It literally does all the things that I want it to do. It tames flyaways. It says it's a styling serum, hydrating care, and heat protector all in one. You can use it for finishing, to add instant shine, silkiness, and frizz control. You can use it when your hair is wet for heat protection up to 220 degrees Celsius, which is 428 degrees Fahrenheit. I love how this smells. I got this at Ulta, and I bought it one year during a sale, and it just kind of sat, and I was like, let me try this because I saw it was on sale again, and I bought it again, and now I use this regularly. I love how it smells, so it also helps to freshen up the smell if you're on a couple days old hair, plus you didn't been to the gym like me. I can't stand for anything to smell bad. If my hair starts stinking, I will wash it ASAP because we don't play that, especially when you're sweating. I have one palette I want to show you because this has become my everyday palette. Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I knew I had to have this when it came out because of the color story, but I use it every day because I will literally use this shade in my crease and go about my business. Or if I want it a little darker, I will use this shade and this shade and go about my business. But of course, it also has a duochrome in it, which is gorgeous. I love this shade right here. As you can see, I put a little dent in it, but there is not one shade in here that I could not use at all. Absolutely love this palette. It is my perfect everyday because I love a little color. It's deep, it's rich, there's a little bit of pinkness to it. Not a lot of gold. There's one shade, I can deal with that, but only thing, if I had to say one thing was missing, there is not a shade that is super light, because even Nurture, that's too dark to put if you wanted to do a, like put a shade on your lid, that's still too dark. So that would be the only one thing that I could say if anything was missing from this palette. But put some concealer on your lid, put some setting powder on top of it, and then you have a light color on your lid. Absolutely love this palette. Love Natasha's formula. What else is there to say? This is not a new product, and I'm pretty sure I have a backup of this already. I absolutely love, your girl is hitting pan. Patrick Starr One Size Made for Shade Bronzer Trio in Dark. This will sculpt to help me contour. It's cool. This is a perfect bronzer for me every day. And then if I just want a little bit deeper of a bronze, I can use this. But I don't use this one a lot. I actually use this one more in my crease if I want to add color. But I can use this one too. You can see she has some wear to her. Absolutely love this. And like I said, I have a backup already because all of the shades are perfect for my skin tone. Another love that I was not expecting. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi Matte Foundation in the shade 350. Now, when I looked at this, I was like, ain't no way the shade is going to fit me. This is my perfect light skin shade. It fits me perfect right now. And I feel like I can get away with kind of spot wearing this where I need to cover up stuff and then leave the rest of my skin, and this is okay. I was confused and I was like, how is this Lumi Matte? But it's the same as Huda Beauty, I believe. Yeah, one of her foundations said the same thing, and I was like, I don't get it. And her concealer, and then I tried it and it did. And same thing with this one. It doesn't dry, it dries down, but it doesn't look dry on the face. It looks very skin-like. So I was happy to see something at the drugstore that was comparable to some of the stuff we've been seeing from the high-end foundations. I love this one. Another foundation I had to add to this, and I got a couple more. This is in the box because it is a new one, but I have this in my travel bag, so you know that is a love if it's in my travel bag. This is the Face Bond Waterproof Foundation by Urban Decay. I have shade 28 in my travel bag, and it is a little too dark for me right now. So I picked up 27, which is a medium deep olive, and honestly, this shade is probably a better, not shade, but this undertone is probably better for me than the other one. The other one is a more neutral, which y'all know I love neutrals for me. Because like I said, I always just make it work. I add some extra concealer or something just to make it match. But I feel like I swatched this one and I was like, you know what? We don't have any light skin shades, and because you don't go outside a lot, we need to get a light skin shade. I know that looks crazy light, like even for me, I'm just like, Barbara. But when it dries down, it does oxidize a little bit. Let me get my foundation brush so I can show y'all. Like, that's gone. That is literally my shade. That is my skin, as much as I hate to admit it. So I picked this one up because, like I said, I love it. Plus, it was on sale for half off. And so I picked up a backup, but I just had to show y'all, like, if it's a backup of the same foundation, you know I love it. Let's go ahead and stay with foundations. I think I only have 2 more in my little case. KVD Beauty Good Apple Balm. This is the Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. I bought a backup of this. I am hitting pan on this. When I tell you a little goes a long way, like look at the dent that I've put in there. This I will wear. It is light enough. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. But like it's almost like a cream. So you know how creams give a lot of coverage. What is this on my hand that is not swatching off? I don't know what that is. I know what this is. This is a lip oil stain. And it is staining from Kulfi. But I don't know what this is. That is not coming off my hand. Anyway, where are we going to put this? Let's put her right here. I use this very lightly because it is a little tiny. If I put too much, it can look a little dark. And it also will look very heavy. This is a thick, full coverage. Full coverage, not a joke. KVD, full coverage. But I literally like barely tap my brush in this and I can cover my whole cheek. This is my Gem foundation if I want something with a little more coverage, because I literally have to use just the smallest amount and it will cover without being like a skin tint, but still coverage, but light. That's what this is. Absolutely love it. Have different shade of it. Have a backup of this shade too. Last foundation I have, this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. They came out with a new shade. I have, I think, number 9, and I have a backup of number 9, and then they came out with 8.5, and I was like, thank you, baby Jesus. This is my, it's still a little dark, even for my light skin shade, but look, when have y'all seen me use this much of something? I'll wait, because I can't even answer that. Those two I interchange. This one, if I'm just using like a moisturizer and then I don't feel like doing the separate primer and whatever and I'm in a hurry, I will wear this one. I don't put a primer under it because this is kind of like an all-in-one. It'll dry down, don't need a primer, it blurs all the things. So this is I need to hurry up, put this on, I go. That one, KVD, if I have a little more time because I want to make sure I blend it, then I'll wear that one. But absolutely love this one too. Also, wear it to the gym, wear it to work, whatever, but staying power is amazing. Another makeup product, this is the Simi Haze Beauty Melting Bronze Balm. Y'all noticing? There's a little trend here. This is Skin Suede in Maple 05. Just stuck my hand in it. This is what the shade looks like since my hand is already in it. It looks dark, but I use just the slightest bit with a contour brush, and I go right in the hollows where I want to contour, and it is the perfect shade. It is like a suede. It is exactly that. Kind of gives you that moussey texture a little bit, but I love the packaging. It's small. I'm gonna probably put this in my travel bag. Problem is when I put stuff in my travel bag, it stays in there, and then I never use it till I'm traveling. So I don't know. I need to get in the habit of like taking stuff out, but I use this pretty much every day if I want to contour. I have 4 blushes, and these are the ones that I wear interchangeably every single day. Melt Cosmetics Blush Light in Polished. This one is a little, look, she got a little dent in her too. When I'm telling y'all I wear this, I wear this. Like, for real, for real. This has a little bit of a sheen to it. So it is not like a matte. But I just think this looks so good if I'm going for that natural, not a lot of makeup, but still want my cheeks to look juicy and plump and hydrated and all the good things. This is one of my favorites. Of course, I had to put a Danessa Myricks blush in there. This is in Jubilee. Same formula as the foundation. Look at how beat up this is. I feel like I have rarely shown y'all makeup of mine that actually looks used. I think somebody said that in one of the comments one time. Like, I love how people say they love stuff and it doesn't even look used. No, baby. This is not that. I also love the texture of this. I love the shade of this. Jubilee is my everyday shade when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. That has a little more pigment to it and it's matte. It doesn't have a sheen. But putting it on, I still feel like it just makes everything look seamless and it looks like skin. So these are, I haven't been, like, I don't really wear these when I'm going for glam looks. I wear these for natural looks. So you could, but that's just how I wear them. Another blush, similar formula, similar looking beat up to hell. This is Tower 28's Beach Please Office Hours Buildable Luminous Color for Cheeks and Lips. I have not worn this on my lips, but again, look at it. She gets used. Also, one of my favorites, it's that terracotta. Y'all know me. Like, what are we talking about? This is my everyday shade of blush. And you can see these are all different. So that's another reason why I use them interchangeably. This one's a little more pink. This one's a little more on the orange red side. And then this one has the sheen to it. The last one, I think the shade is different. Maybe, maybe not. But it's a liquid. This is the Say Dew Blush in Spicy. I feel like I've talked about this before. Favorite. Love it. I've even put this on my lips. This is not too overpowering as far as the color goes. So I put this straight on my face. Like, I dotted on my face. But you can see these are all different colors. I dotted on my face and then blended out. No issues blending it. As you can see, it definitely shears out some. But it is more of a berry kind of shade. So, and it definitely leaves a glow. Definitely leaves your cheeks looking very juicy and hydrated. I have some nails I want to share. These are some of my favorites. Now, y'all know I got a lot of nails. I pick up a lot of packs of nails because, like I tell y'all, I change them every week, sometimes like every few days, depending on what's going on. The ones I have on right now, I'm not even lying. And I don't think Gabe will be mad. I think I bought 9 or 10 boxes of these. I don't want to hear it. This is like special occasion. This is long, so not necessarily every day, but the chrome effect of these and the color and the iridescence. These are so pretty. These are the Salon Perfect glass nails. This is a medium almond. I ordered these, so I bought them in Walmart. And then I got home and I was like, let me put them on. And it was funny because I picked them up and I was like, I got to do my nails tonight. And Gabe was like, all them nails you got at home and you're telling me you need to buy nails right now to wear for tonight? And I was like, yes, I do. But they were just so pretty that I was like, I don't care what I have at home. This is what I want on right now. And he was like, all right, babe. Yep. I like those a lot. Those look really good on you. So, of course, I bought some more because he said he liked them. That's what happens. If he says he likes it, I buy it. So, super cute. But yeah, I did end up buying like 9 or 10 boxes. I ain't even lying to y'all. These are the pink ones. And then they have another one, which I have somewhere. I have both of them. Let me tell you what colors in case you decide you want to order them. Okay, so these are the 383 glass light pink. I don't know why this says short, because it ain't short. Short almond. Ain't nothing short. This says almond medium. This is long for me. But the top of the box says the number 39402. And then, so this is the light pink. And then the magenta ones look very similar, except they are more pink. But this one on the box says 39400. Another set that I wore and got so many compliments on. People were asking me what they are. These are the Color Effects by Impress Nails. And this is in Confessions. Oh, Jesus. This is another one. I wore them. And then these actually stick really, really well. Like these lasted me a week. Even in the gym. Even with all the washing my hands. All the things. And I was just like, baby, I need to have these. These, let me make sure I got the name right. Because I ended up buying 5 more boxes. Connection. I think that's what I said. So these are a French. But it's that ombre French. And then it's chrome on top of that. And I actually wore these when I went to get my epidural cortisone shot in my back. And wheeling me on the gurney, the nurse was like, oh, I love your nails. What's that? And I was like, oh, Kiss and Press nails, press-ons. And she was like, oh, I love them. So anyway, they're short, wear them every day, no issues with work typing, and they're just so, so pretty with that chrome effect on them. Another set of Impress. If you don't like glue in your nails, you love these. These are the glazed donuts. These are medium in the shade Chocolate Glaze, but I have other shades. I have a kind of greenish shade one. I have a kind of pinkish shade like this. Either chrome or the cat eye look. I want it. So if you can find these, you will love them. Almost done. I have one perfume that I wanted to share. I talked about this perfume when I talked about my wedding because this is what I wore. This is Burberry Her. And I know this one is a fruity. And I was surprised because I was like, as much as I love warm florals, I smell the berries in it, but it's still warm. This smells so, so good. Got it from Sephora during one of the sales. Let me tell y'all the notes on her in case you're interested. I don't know if the Elixir and the regular one have different scents. I think this is the Elixir. They don't make this easy to read. This says Eau de Parfum, but the Elixir is a Eau de Parfum Intense as well. So the Her Eau de Parfum says berries and amber. Okay, this is the Intense because the bottles look different. Okay, so this one is, ooh, child. She is a sassy. What's the difference? 1 ml, 3.4. Oh, there's a 1.6. I think this is a 1. It says it is a warm floral. Oh, okay, it is. Well, there you go, because that's what I love. Strawberry and blackberry accord, jasmine accord, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. Yes, yes, yes. So sexy. You have to smell it. I have a primer that I just recently got within the past couple months, I'll say. Elf came out with their Power Grip primer in a matte version. I don't mind the other version, but I was like, I need to see what this is about. And this has become, if I'm not using my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm in the Universal shade, which is clear, or my LYS Serum Gripping Primer, this is what I'm using. Love it. Keeps my makeup on. It's matte, so it helps everything stay. If you have oily skin, you will love it. My skin's not oily, but sometimes I want to wear products that are not matte. And so this just helps to keep everything into place. So glad they came out with a matte version of this. I have 3 concealers. These are my everyday concealers. And I have a drugstore and then a medium cost point and then a higher. Drugstore, Maybelline Super Stay Active. This says 30 hours. How you do that? I don't know. Whatever. I initially bought this and I was like, it's all right. But then I didn't love the shade. But now, I don't know, something changed and I started wearing it. This is more of an everyday shade. So it's not to be super bright. Like I said, this is my everyday makeup drawer. That's it. Not a lot of muss or fuss applying it. It's a thin formula, dries down really quick. I always set all of my concealers because everything creases. I don't want to hear it doesn't crease, creaseless. No. Self-setting, no. They all crease. So I set this with powder, but I don't have to use a lot of it. So I don't feel like it creases as much because there's not as much product on my face. I also think I've talked about this before, but I have now bought a backup of this. I went through a whole tube of this. That's how much I love it. I use this to spot conceal. I use this under my eyes. This, I might tell you what it is the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Concealer. It's strange because this is 35 in, and I went to the store to get a lighter shade to use brightening under my eyes, and it's like 3 shades lighter instead of, it's 34 and a half in, but it's like 3 shades lighter than this one. Doesn't make sense. So I haven't been able to find a shade to brighten, but this is perfect for, again, everyday shade. So lighter than the Maybelline one. But when it dries down and I blend it in, even still, that can work for a skin tone shade. And then the last one is the ABH concealer. I wore this for my wedding. This is the Magic Touch. This is in the shade 14. I have since bought another one of these, and I've bought different shades because I feel like this one, as you can see, is super light. So she's not everyday. If I put the Maybelline one on and I want a little more brightness just right on the inner corner, I'll go in with this. I will also use this on my lids if I'm trying to do a little bit of makeup and want to conceal but not too much. But full coverage day, baby, this is the one. Last but not least, I want to talk about something that I have mixed feelings on. This is, I got this on Amazon. So this is the Baelon, we're not going to do that. Baelon, I don't know, whatever this name is. These are Ready Bond Cluster Lashes. So, these look really dark on the base because there is a glue. So you're not supposed to need to use anything. You just apply them and squeeze them and they're on. These don't stay very well. I thought I was going to be able to get a couple days wear out of these. No, ma'am. Using Bond and all that stuff, it still did not stay. And then what happened was I even tried to put extra glue on the base. That did not work. So it was stuck to my lash, on the lash, but then the base where the glue was coming off. So I still wear these, but I only wear them for a day. So I will pop them on real quick, squeeze, and then go. But like I wore these to the gym, and I swear I went to the bathroom at the gym, and like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, why does it look like one of my lashes fell off? I honestly don't remember if it fell off. No, it didn't fall off. But for some reason, the way it shifted on my eye, because it didn't stick well, it looked like it was just maybe drooping, and it looked like I didn't have a lash right there. So I don't know. I have some other pre-glued ones that I need to try, but I've stuck to just buying the ones that you have to put the glue on because this didn't do it. Now my Lola Lashes one, those stick. And I know they came out with some that are less sticky, but I don't want that. I want the sticky ones so they can at least stay on while I'm in the gym and not have me looking like I have bald spots on my eyelids. But that is it for my favorites video. Tell me if you enjoyed it, because like I said, I always haul and I tell y'all how excited I am about makeup, and then it's a while before you hear it because I film the hauls a lot more than I film the reviews or the tutorials or the first impressions or the get ready with me. So let me know what kind of content y'all like to see. I know y'all like the hauls, but other than that, do you want to see favorites? Do you want to see application? Let me know. I love hearing from you. If this is your first time here, I hope you decided to join the family, and thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. I will see you in my next one. Bye.